have over 14,000 hours in Rocket League, and I've beaten basically every professional Rocket League player that's played the game. I've learned one secret from all those games, and I'm here to tell you exactly what that is. Based on how your opponent's playing, there is one counter to their playstyle every single time. I'm going to go ahead and show you guys how to find what that counter is based on your opponent in today's video, which will help you get wins in your games. I've set up 3 1v1s that will help you guys follow my thought process in analyzing your opponent in real time to go ahead and figure out what the counter is to what they're doing and go ahead and take the win for yourself. So for the first game, I'm going to go ahead and play against a Grand Champ opponent in 1v1. Then for the second game, I'm going to play a Supersonic Legend player. And for the third and final game, I'm going to go ahead and play against a professional Rocket League player to go ahead and show the difference in skill level between those 3 and how you guys can analyze your opponent, come up with a strategy, and help you win games. You're not going to want to miss this video. This was absolutely insane. I had so much fun recording it. I hope you guys enjoy watching. All right, for game number 1, we're playing against the Grand Champ like I talked about. Now, obviously, the skill gap between a SSL and a Grand Champ is going to be fairly big here, so you are going to see a slightly more dominant win in my favor, of course, but that's not the point. Win or lose, we're going to analyze the gameplay in front of us, and I'm going to show you guys how easy it is, even against the Grand Champ. He's trying to play very fast. Already, immediately, it looks like he's playing very quick Rocket League. He's trying to play as fast as possible. He's trying to stay behind the ball, so we're going to let him do that. We're going to sit back. We're going to allow him to play quick. We're going to play defensive. We're going to play counterattack oriented, and we're going to see just how easily he throws the ball away here. Obviously 3-0 based on kickoffs. So again, here's a moment where he has space and time and he's immediately thrown it away. That's a prime example. We're just sitting back, allowing him to do that. Now he's already immediately kind of pinned in here. And again, being a Supersonic Legend, I can score these pretty easily. It's a good save. If you are playing someone who is taking their time, then you do need to play aggressive. You can't allow them to control the ball. But again, as you can see, we literally aren't doing anything, and he's just running it down into our corner. He's going as fast as he possibly can. Probably because he's scared of the speed difference between us, sure, but that is how he's playing objectively. So we're just going to continue to analyze that and see. And I'm just going to fake it. He's going to give us space. He's not even doing anything. He's not challenging early, and at the same time, he's not taking his time when he's on the ball. So it's kind of like he's patient on defense, but aggressive on offense. So because he's patient on defense, we can take our space in the air. And if you guys are good at aerial mechanics, that is very solid for you. I'll pick up an air dribble bump right there because, again, I know he's going to give me that space and time to set it up. But again, when he has the ball, we aren't even going to need to do anything. And as you can see, when I have the time and space, he's literally not challenging at all. And we just get free space and time to go for any solo play I want. Again, we'll just guard the net early here. We'll stay nice and close. And he's throwing the ball away yet again. This guy continues to throw the ball away. And I can already imagine the comments talking about, oh, wow, well, my Grand Champ opponents don't do that. My Grand Champ opponents keep the ball way better. Look what happens when I give him space and time. Watch. I give him space and time. He goes for an air dribble. He catches it. 50 on target, goal. He even scores against someone like me. So if I give him space and time, he no longer needs to rush it. He can play his time. So he might look bad, but that's only because I'm countering his play style. It's only because I'm ensuring that he is uncomfortable as possible. We are not giving him any space to breathe at all. Again, I could tell he was going to turn. I take the beat. Stay nice and close, force out that quick play. And again, because we're close, we forced out a bad shot. Now we get a free counterattack, and I mean, I'm SSL, so we should just score that every time. Perfect goal. Nice. 5-2, right? Simple as that. Obviously, you guys won't really have the mechanical prowess that I do, but it's more so the ideology of analyzing your opponent. How does he play on the ball, and how does he play off the ball? So those are your 2 things. How does my opponent play when they're challenging, and how does my opponent play when they have the ball? You organize those 2 things, and you're able to counter any opponent, even the best in the world, right? And again, at this point, the game is over, but I hope that this was able to kind of demonstrate to you guys that even against some of the best players, even against Grand Champs, you're able to use super simple strategies to go ahead and beat them, guys. This isn't anything crazy. I'm not doing anything insane. I'm just doing very simple stuff. I'm analyzing my opponent, and I'm making it very hard for him to play the game based on how he wants to play. All right, guys, here we go for the first opponent. Sorry, why did I say the first opponent? For the second opponent of today, we're We're playing against the SSL like I talked about. We're playing against Rado. So Rado is a Supersonic Legend 1v1 player. He's very solid whenever we 1v1. They are very close games. I will win the majority barely. Like I'll win maybe 60% of the time we play, but it's always very close. But winning's not the point here. What is the point is analyzing how our opponent plays so we can come up with a counterattack. We can come up with some kind of strategy to top them. So Rado's a very fast player. We're obviously going to have to stay very focused if we have any chance of winning this here. But at the same time, we'll be keeping an eye out as to how he's playing. So first play there, we're going to go ahead and analyze the fact that he gave us lots of space and time in the air, which means that when we go high, he's probably not going to pre-jump. So what does that mean? Well, it depends on your rank and what you can do mechanically. But what that normally means if he's not going to pre-jump is if we can go for air dribble bumps. Now, he did read the air dribble bump, so he did pre-jump that time, but we can normally go for more air dribble bumps. Over. All right, so it looks like so far, Rado, that's a good beat. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and analyze this play right here. I'm down 2, but lots of game on the clock. It's important not to get frazzled. So Rado here takes the corner and then immediately goes to the beat. So it looks like Rado is playing a very, like, beat-heavy style here where he's gonna focus on trying to beat me to the ball to get space in that midfield. You got to analyze, what is my opponent doing well, what is he not doing well? So the way to counter someone who's playing very beat heavy is just by keeping your speed very high, not giving him too much space to go with. He's probably gonna end up going for this one in a second, so we're just gonna go for the flick, and perfect. We read him literally perfectly. He did go for it like we talked about. Because he is playing a beat heavy game, he doesn't want to give us space and time. So again, we're just gonna get right in his face here. He does panic and throw it away. We're just gonna stay behind it here, jump back down to the ground. He's going to want to go in a second, so we're just going to go for the early flick. That one will be around him. Good bumps, though, from him. He's going to want to cut this, so again, we're just going to, like, stay on top of the ball here. Force it out as soon as possible. Take it back. Keep our eyes on him here, right? Where's he going to be at? Looking like he's giving us space again. Like we talked about, he is going to give us space in that air. We're going to go ahead and shoot that one on target. Good save from him, but we're going to go ahead and take his boost. He can't play very beat heavy if he literally has 0 boost here. So again, forcing out that flick is very big. Avoiding the bump from him. Early flick because he wants to give us no space. Catch again. And we're going to go early flick again over his head. He will save this, but the goal is not to score here. The goal is to get as much boost as possible. We're just going to shoot it on target. He's completely out of position. And again, there's nothing that he can do here. Take his boost, get in his face, give him no space, make him feel uncomfortable, and then we punish him by beating him to the ball. So he's going to go for the air dribble here. It's going to be a free save because we do kind of see he's going for that top corner. We're going to pop this one up here. We're going to pop it up again. He's going to go for the fake into a 50 here. It is going to work out. We do have our flip. We'll sink it 3-2. And again, we went down 2-0 right away. But again, we analyzed what he's doing immediately. We notice he's playing beat heavy, so he is going to jump there. We do take the low 50. We find the bottom pocket, and we'll pick it up. Rocket League is a lot of analyzing, see what our opponent's doing, and try to punish the free counters that they give us based on their play style. That one's going to be a bit of a lucky kickoff. We'll pick it up. We're just going to continue to keep playing the exact same way until he changes. Until our opponent shows that he's changing his play style, there's no reason for us to change our counter play style. That's a very good shot there. Very good shot from him off the kickoff. He played that very quick. Got to make sure we're avoiding it very well, staying on top of the ball, not giving him space like we talked about. Early flicking that second we get the ball, putting it on target, taking our beats like we talked about. That one is going to be over, but again, we just continue to take beats here, get right on top of him, not give him too much space, get that boost, taking every boost possible here, not giving him any space. It's a good recovery. We did mess up there. He did take the beat because we went too slow, but we did well to get back to it. We do take the beat, and now it's 5-3. So Rado's playstyle is very solid. And to be honest, if I wasn't playing a direct counter to it, he would be scoring a lot of these plays because he would have more boost than he has. He would have a lot of control. But again, we're just focusing on staying super close, making him have to try to beat us when we're not even there, then taking his boost on the way out. And this is just a very, very good way of playing against. You could call him, I guess, a ball chaser. Rado does have that kind of ball chasey playstyle. So playing against someone who's a quote-unquote ball chaser, this is a very effective strategy. Now, this was a kickoff goal. He picks up the flip reset. He does really well to score it. Not too much you can do about that in that scenario. Just got to make sure we're not losing too many kickoffs here. It's all about giving that illusion, that threat that you are going to go, and then only taking it sometimes when they don't expect it. It's a good bump. Just got to watch the counterattack, force out that flick again, take the boost. And again, now we can just chill. 35 seconds. He literally has nothing. He's got to go back for boost here. He is going to go for this early. We are aware of that, so we just flick it up. He goes to the bump, but again, we're threatening all these different options here. Now he's completely out of position, and 6-4. Simple as that. He literally has absolutely no momentum, no mojo here at all this game. It's just been us absolutely dominating him and playing a very solid game of Rocket League. Nice. We're gonna fake this, catch it up the wall, pop it, reset, staying behind it, just being annoying here. Popping that one out, touching it back, and that will be, ladies and gentlemen, simple as that. G freaking G. Well played. Very, very solid play against someone who is a very like ball chase heavy play style, which is again how a lot of SSLs play because people are very fast at this rank. They're going to go for the ball a lot. So just threatening the option of you being there makes them panic a little bit, get you the ball for free. You can take their boost, you get the win. Simple as that. So if you're playing a ball chaser, stay close to the ball, but don't actually ever go, and it'll take them off guard. And then when you do have that moment where you have them beat, just beat them and shoot it on target every time. You'll find you'll get a lot of wins just like that. Let's move on and play the pro player. All right, ladies and gentlemen. And for the final game of the video, we're playing against Wavy. We got the 1v1. We're ready to go. Let's get this one started. So we're going to go ahead and take a 50 here. And remember, like we talked about, regardless of the score line. Oh, that's it. That's a big mistake. That's a big mistake. The goal is simple. The goal is simple. The goal is to find the counter to anybody's playstyle and try to figure out what we can do. So with Wavy, the issue is that it's going to be a bit difficult because he is very good at 1v1s. He is very adaptive. He is going to recognize that we're going for certain play styles, and he is going to try to counter it himself. So figuring out how he plays early is going to be big. But we probably won't be able to play like that the whole game. We're just going to kind of figure that out as time goes on here. He does have the reset. He is going to fake it. So it looks like every time Wavy's got the reset, as I mean, we've only had 2 or 3 examples of it. He is going low. He is faking, and he is taking it to the corner. Not quite enough possession. We're going to go for an early challenge to switch it up, because Wavy has been taking his time and space against us. That is a good demo. Potentially a goal here. Unlucky. He's really locked in right now. That's a good demo. But what we've seen so far is that he likes to take his space and time when he has the ball. So early challenges, I think, will be slightly effective against him. Good delay kickoff. Fortunately, couldn't get the wave dash. It's going to be tough for us to do too much here. Yeah, it's another kickoff goal. We're getting smoked, chat. I'm not going to lie. We're getting absolutely smoked right now. But the key is knowing what we can do to change it. Whether we execute that or not, it's about being able to analyze what we can do to actually fix it. Another kickoff goal, bro. This guy's kickoff is insane. He messed up. We're lucky. Take the boost as well. Should be an empty net. All we got to do is sink it. And we don't miss those. Nice. 4-1. All right, good comeback. We'll take that. That's a good goal. The big thing right now is we gotta stop the kickoffs. We gotta early challenge more, and we gotta be ready for the fake low 50, like ground pinches / floor plays. Another good kickoff for the boys here. Oh, I didn't get the boost. That's quite unfortunate there. We had a good kickoff there. Just couldn't quite get that boost. We're gonna look to close the gap and go for an early challenge here. And like we talked about, he is very, very dialed in. So he is going to be ready for that. And that's what I'm talking about. Wavy is probably doing the same thing as me. He's analyzing my play style and countering it as well. So he is going to go for that early flick that time. Over. He can't score the double, though. So that's a good force. Making him utilize possession early. We will get the beat, and that should be a goal. We don't miss these. Nice. 6-2. Force out that touch. Wavy is going to have free possession here, so we do have to respect that. Musty to come through. He's going to look for a flip reset here. We will have to respect it. Oh my gosh, he's put it top corner, chat. I'm not going to lie. Even if we got a good strategy, it's not going to matter if we're not executing, besides of the fact that he's simply playing like ridiculous Rocket League right now. He's playing very, very well, so just got to watch the early flick from him here. Trying to force it out as soon as possible. Oh, I get demo. That's a bit lucky. That's a bit lucky. It's okay, though. I thought he was going to go for the early flick. I was trying to force it out, but he thought we were going to early challenge like we talked about. So he actually did go for the low 50 there, but unfortunately the 50 comes through and he gets the demo, which wasn't intentional, but we'll pop this one up. Wavy is good at saving the air dribble bumps here, so we are just going to go for the fake. Take the boost here. He doesn't have too much boost to get back, so we'll just pop it up again. Take the other corner. Nice. Now he's going to be completely 0 on boost. He is good at ball control on 0, but there isn't really too much he can do in this scenario. We're just trying to force him to do as much as possible to make him as awkward as possible and literally take like every boost canister on the field here. Wow, what a shot, bro. I'm getting thoroughly worked, man. I did not think he could score that. That was really well played. Oh my goodness. Top bins from that angle. That might be one of the best shots I've ever had scored against me, man. That was crazy. That doesn't look too mechanical, but to get that from that position is very, very impressive. Nice. We're just going to go ahead and fake this off the ceiling, make him want to go quick, and we'll watch the floor pinch like we talked about. There we go. So the adaptations are there. It's taking us an entire game, to be completely honest, because he is one of the best, if not the best in the world right now at 1v1s. But the adaptations are there, chat. You guys are seeing as the game goes on, as it progresses, we're making those adaptations, and we're able to kind of make more saves as to what he's doing. He's picked up, I think, 6 goals in the first couple minutes, but second half of this game has definitely slowed down a lot. We're kind of figuring out what he's doing. We're figuring out his kickoff. And even though we're getting thoroughly worked because he's definitely better than I am, we're able to kind of figure out, okay, this is how he's playing. This is how we can adapt. And with enough practice against these types of players, we should eventually be able to come out on top. Oh, no, I didn't get my reset. Dang it, bro. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna have to pre-dump the double here. Oh, he's put it above me, bro. This guy's finishing is so good. You know, the one thing I am surprised about Wavy is he's able to finish really well. Like, I try to cover the middle of the net because that's what you do in ones. And I'm like, you know what, bro? If you hit this awkward angle top corner, you can have it. I have everything else covered. And every time he's hitting that angle. Every single time. If we didn't make any adaptations this game, this guy easily, if he had more time and space, could have scored 15, 20 goals even. We wouldn't have scored any. So the adaptations that we're making are definitely effective in our ability to score the goals. Like we talked about, these quick counterattacks where we're giving him no space, where we're, you know, challenging him early, trying to cut down the angles, predict what he's going to do, play the counterattack, has been effective. It's just at the end of the day, when you're playing someone of this caliber, it's going to be tough to take games. Like, I'll beat these guys sometimes, but to be honest, you just got to take your hat off and go, Wavy, you're the best player in the world at ones, man. I got to respect it. I might have an idea how to beat you, but again, like we talked about, the idea sometimes just isn't enough. You have to be able to execute the idea as well. GG's to Wavy. I hope this video taught you guys a lot as to what to do to be able to analyze your opponents and come up with a game plan as to be able to counter it. Now, obviously, if your opponent's better, it's going to be a little bit tougher because you have to execute at a level maybe you're not comfortable with, as you guys saw against Wavy. But the better you are against your opponent, or even similar in skill, the more effective this strategy is going to be. Even though I got smashed in the video, I'm going to keep this one in the video, and you guys can watch it as well, just so you guys can learn from my failures as well. I don't only like posting wins. So hope you guys learned a lot. Appreciate y'all, and have a great night.